We moved into the house on Elm Street in March of 2019. It was supposed to be a fresh start, new city, new home, new beginning for our family. My husband Daniel, our 8-year-old daughter Lily, and I. That was it. Just the three of us. The house was beautiful, old Victorian style, built in 1923. High ceilings, original hardwood floors, a wraparound porch. The price was too good to be true. We should have asked why. The first week was perfect. We unpacked, we painted, we laughed. The second week, things started to change. It started small. Things you could explain away. A door that wouldn't stay closed. A cold draft in the hallway, even when all the windows were shut. The feeling of being watched when you were alone in a room. I told myself it was an old house. Old houses have quirks. But then the sound started. Every night, at exactly 3 a.m., footsteps coming from the basement. Slow, heavy, walking from one end to the other, back and forth, back and forth. Daniel said it was the pipes. Old houses settle at night. The sound carries through the floors. I wanted to believe him. Then Lily came to our room one morning. She was pale. She hadn't slept. She said, "Mom, who was the woman standing in my doorway last night?" I felt my blood go cold. I asked her what the woman looked like. She said, she was tall. She had long dark hair. She was just standing there, watching me sleep. She didn't move. She didn't say anything. She just stood there until I closed my eyes. I was the only woman in the house. I checked every door, every window, every lock. Nothing had been opened. Nothing had been disturbed. But Lily's bedroom door had scratch marks on the inside. Fresh ones, like something with long nails had been trying to get out. That's when I started researching the house. What I found made me sick. The family before us, the Hargroves, had moved in during the summer of 1986. A couple and their 3 children. By December of 1987, they were gone. No forwarding address, no explanation to the neighbors. The youngest daughter, a girl named Sarah, was 7 years old. She was never found. The case went cold within a year. No body, no suspects, no answers. The house sat empty for 6 years after that. Then it was sold, then sold again and again. 17 families in 30 years. Nobody stayed longer than 8 months. We had been there for 6 weeks. I told Daniel everything. He didn't sleep that night either. The next morning we called Father Michael from the church down the street. He came that afternoon. He was a calm man, gentle, the kind of priest who makes you feel safe just by being in the room. He walked through the house slowly, room by room. He prayed quietly in each one. He went upstairs. He went through every bedroom. He went into the attic. Then he came to the basement door. He stopped. He stood there for a long moment, his hand on the door handle, not moving. Then he stepped back. He looked at me and said, "I won't go in there." I asked him why. He said, "Because whatever is in that basement, it has been there for a very long time, and it knows I'm here." He blessed the rest of the house. He gave us a list of prayers to say every night. He told us to keep every light on after dark. Then he left. And he never came back. Despite our calls, despite our messages. 3 days later, the footsteps got worse. They were no longer just in the basement. Now they came up the stairs, one step at a time, slow, deliberate, stopping at the top of the staircase. Then nothing. Every night. Same time. Same pattern. Until the night of April 14th. Daniel was working late. It was just me and Lily in the house. I put Lily to bed at 8 p.m. I sat downstairs with every light on, every TV on, every radio on. At 3 a.m., the footsteps started. Basement. up the stairs, top of the staircase, and then they kept going, down the hallway, stopping outside Lily's room. I grabbed the phone to call Daniel. No signal. In a house where I always had full bars, I grabbed a kitchen knife. I walked to the hallway. The hallway was empty, but Lily's bedroom door was open. I had closed it myself when I put her to bed. I ran to her room. She was in her bed, asleep, safe. I stood in the doorway watching her breathe. That's when I felt it. Behind me. Something standing directly behind me. So close, I could feel the cold radiating off it. I spun around. The hallway was empty, but on the floor, right at my feet, was a photograph. A polaroid. I picked it up with shaking hands and looked at it. It was Lily, sleeping in her bed, taken from inside the room, from the corner. Looking down at her, taken that night. I could see the digital clock on her nightstand. 2:47 a.m. Someone had been in her room while she slept, standing in the corner, taking photographs. Something had been in her room. We left that night. We didn't pack. We didn't take anything except Lily. We drove to